guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kat and this is
Dani.
And today we're going to be talking about some differences between the US and Spain. Okay, so let's just get on with the video.
Okay.
Okay, number one is the way they dry their clothes here in Spain. It's a very trivial thing, but that's one of the first things I noticed when I came to Spain is that not very many people have a dryer. They hang their clothes to dry, and it was kind of funny to me because my grandmother, who, you know, she was born probably in like 30s or something, she hangs her clothes still to this day to dry, but in Spain, everyone does that. It's a pretty normal thing.
Yeah, so we're still like your grandmother.
I think it might be because of space. It might also be for energy purposes, and it's kind of unnecessary because Spain is very dry and hot.
Good question.
For most of the year, so you can just hang your clothes and it dries in a few hours. But I like it. I like it. I like hanging my clothes. Okay, number two is coffee. The way your coffee is served, how you order a coffee, and also the sizes of coffee are completely different in Spain than in the United States.
Not just the coffee, everything is bigger in the States. So what's the difference with the coffee?
In Spain, they kind of make fun of Americans and our coffee about how it's very weak. For them, it's more like a milkshake than a coffee. Here, the coffee is very strong. It's just coffee. So you have this little shot of coffee, and they just drink it with some milk and...
Well, it depends on... There are many different kinds of coffee. So you can order it with milk, with a little bit of milk, with hot milk,
coffee,
with cold milk,
okay.
Or coffee,
and milk.
Coffee.
Okay, hot milk, cold milk, okay. Coffee with milk.
It depends on, because there are different
coffee.
Espresso or corto.
Corto, yes, is coffee.
Coffee, corto is with just a little bit of milk on it.
Okay, so the variations in milk and coffee. Because in the US you have syrups and sugars and flavors and lots of different types of variations. One day you'll go with me. I'll take you there. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Number three is that the pharmacy here is kind of like the doctors. Not exactly the doctor, but in the US, the pharmacy can never just give you a prescription, whereas here, the pharmacy can. So it's so great because you don't have to make an appointment to go to the pharmacy. For example, this winter, I had a lot of inflammation with my hands. I didn't know what was going on, and I just went to the pharmacy. They told me exactly what I have, chilblains, and they gave me exactly what I need, a prescription. So here in Spain, you actually can take out the middleman, the doctor, a lot of times, and you save money, you save time, and it's just great. I love it.
Interesting.
Yeah, did you know that?
I didn't know.
Number four is that supermarkets are on every corner. In the US, we have a lot of problems with food deserts, entire neighborhoods that don't have grocery stores. Here that does not exist. Like, there's literally so many grocery stores. In just this area, how many grocery stores do we have?
4 or 5 at least.
At least in like a 10 minutes walking, we have about 5 grocery stores. And they also have fresh fruits and vegetables, unlike a lot of places in the US, depending on where you live. Like, you might not have really good quality fruits and vegetables.
Very difficult to starve over here.
Number five is that there sometimes are children in bars. Like families, like if a family is at a bar drinking, their kids like are running around on the ground or playing or doing whatever. And it's very different because in the US, kids in bars are like, you would never bring a kid into a bar. And here, I've seen many times where a family goes into a bar to have a drink or whatever, and their kids are just like playing on the floor or whatever, and it's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah?
It is.
Okay.
Pretty normal here.
Number six, going off of bars. Here, they don't card you. I think I've been carded in my 3 years of Spain probably one time. In the US, obviously anywhere you go that has alcohol or there's an age limit, you get carded. Whereas here, like here you just buy alcohol and nobody questions your age. I mean, obviously...
Unless you're very small, you know, It looks like you're young. They ask you for an ID card.
I mean, my students in high school, they would always have alcohol with them just in the streets drinking because like nobody cards you. Number 7 is their greetings are a lot different. And one of them that was very different for me is when they say see you later, hasta luego. They say it all the time, everywhere, and I find it kind of funny. Like, for example, if you exit an elevator, they're like hasta luego, like see you later to the person. When I was working at my school, every time you would leave the room, they'd be like hasta luego. And I just thought it was really funny because in the US, we're not so, you just leave, you just walk away. Nobody really is like, oh, see you later. Because in the elevator, you're never gonna see them again, probably. And at school, you know you're gonna see them later, so why say it? So it's just a little different.
Yeah, more familiar, maybe.
Yeah, they're just always seen hasta luego.
More close.
More close.
More close, yeah.
Like hasta luego, hasta luego, hasta luego. But whatever. Well, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, number 8 is that they eat a lot of bread with their meals.
And now you eat a lot of bread.
Now I eat a lot of bread. They have baguettes and it changed my life. It changed my life.
Yeah, for pan tumaca.
Pan tumaca, I love. Yeah, they eat a lot of bread. Number 9 is the PDA. Okay, before anybody says anything, I'm from Nebraska, okay? So it's a very conservative state. You don't even see really people walking hand in hand, walking down the street. It's very like, nobody touches each other. So for me, that was like a big culture shock to see people are very open with themselves here and they'll just be making out. And I mean, to the point where you're walking in the park and you see people like straddling each other and like making out, and it's just like, okay, well, you love each other. Everyone now knows that, that's okay.
Yeah, I think the Spanish people are more expressive definitely than in other countries. Very open-minded and don't hide anything.
Definitely don't hide anything. Number 10, this was huge for me, is how split checks here are not a thing. So this is something that we actually have kind of got into it a few times, because in the US, when you have a group of people, everyone pays for what they eat. Well, here in Spain, it's more normal that you just divide it. How many people? If the bill is 100 and there's 5 people, everyone pays 20 euros and that's it. Doesn't matter if you spent only 10 or 15, everyone just pays the same. Also, if you ask the restaurant to split the check where, okay, you do your bill, that's 15 and minus 10, they don't do that here. They just are like, you guys figure it out and just have to get used to it. And number 11 is, I feel like here they're a lot more environmentally friendly in general than the Americans I've came across in the United States. For example, it's very common here in Spain that people do not turn on the lights during the day at all until like the sun goes down practically. So we don't even turn on the lights until like 7 p.m. and that's a very normal thing here, as well as hanging your clothes to dry instead of using a dryer. They also do, it's very common to do sailor showers here where you always turn off the water while you're washing your body, and it's very short showers. So that's always really nice. Number 12 is that they always have a second dish for their meals. So for example, when I cook dinner for Dani, I always,
yes, always, right?
He's always like, oh, the second dish? Where's the second dish?
That's right. That's right, yeah.
In the US, it's not common. Like, you just have a big plate of food.
Ooh, a huge plate, I guess.
Maybe a huge plate. But here you have a first, a second, postre, always, and a drink. Yeah. Where their postre, well, dessert's pretty common.
2 dishes, 1 dessert, 1 drink, and a little bit of bread in every meal. Right,
every meal. So he's always like, where's the second dish? And I'm like, there is no second dish.
Where did you hide it?
Like, look in the fridge. Okay, number 13, the last one on my list is that they peel the skin off the fruit.
Not everybody.
Not everybody, but
it's pretty
common.
Pretty common.
It's very common. Like,
very common. It's very common.
I know when I au paired and also living with other Spanish people, they were just like, oh, you should take off the skin of the fruit, because they were talking about worms. They thought it was because of worms. Well, they were telling me about you should take off the fruit because worms, you could see the worms, but I'm like...
Doesn't make sense because the all the vitamins are in the skin, so it doesn't make sense to peel it off.
I think when I met you, you peeled off the skin too. Sure. Okay, so that's all. Those are my 13 differences between the US and in Spain. And if you have found any other differences in Spain and in the US, put them down in the comments. We're actually pretty curious to know what other differences you found. And like and subscribe if you want to. We'll see you in the next video. Bye!